Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and this time I'm right on time. Anyway, it's great here. I'm in Vegas, and this is absolutely amazing at the Sienna restaurant. It's absolutely fabulous in here. And I have a gentleman next to me. His name is Mickey Roark. Now, we all know this is not the Mickey Roark, but he just told me something very interesting, which I thought was fascinating. You were named after Mickey Roark.
Yes, in a way, I was named.
In a way?
Yes. My mother hates this story because Mickey is not my birth name. I was actually born with the name Brian. Freshman year in high school.
No, you look like a Mickey.
I know, I do, which annoys my mother. So yeah, freshman year in high school, one of my teachers in my ROTC program I was doing, he was taking roll, came down to my name, said my name, and he was like, any relation to Mickey Rourke, the actor? I said no. So, but every day after that, as a joke, he would say my name as in Mickey Rourke, purposely as Mickey Rourke, and I would answer to it. So everybody in my class thought it was my name, and I just actually kind of liked it more, so I started using it. And about 5 years ago, because I had been using it more than my actual birth name for longer than I'd lived. So about 5 years ago, I went through the process and legally changed it I legally I added it to the. Huh?
Well, because there's another Mickey, the film star Mickey Rourke.
Yes, yeah. I was allowed to. There's lots of people who have the same names. There's actually several actors who are out there and who have very similar.
Nobody has that name.
Well, then lucky you.
Lucky.
Yeah. Luckily, we do spell it differently, and I am not big enough of an actor for it to be an issue yet.
Well,
there's always the hope.
I love the way he says "yet."
Well, you always hope.
You always climb.
Yeah, you hear about they discover you in a restaurant. And, hey, we're in a restaurant.
We're in a
Maybe
restaurant
someone
right
will
now,
be watching
Sienna
this video
restaurant,
and
and who knows? All this crazy stuff can happen.
Exactly.
Why not? I think it's wonderful. Well, actually, I interviewed Mickey a couple of weeks ago when we were doing the burlesque 2022.
Yeah, the Speakeasy
2022.
Yes, I was one of the hosts.
You're one of the hosts, and he was dressed out all in blue. He had turquoise all over the place. I thought I was going fishing or something. I didn't quite know where I was. But you are an actor, you are an MC, you are all sort of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Which of all you do you like best?
I actually like there's two answers to that. I recently just got into the emceeing. The Speakeasy was my kind of first gig. And
Did it go well?
It went extremely well and everything,
cool.
from what I understand. I mean, people were laughing at my jokes and or groaning, but they were bad jokes.
But
so they were supposed to be.
There was a reaction.
There was a reaction. They enjoyed the singing.
Good, bad, right or wrong, there was a reaction.
Yeah, I got a good audience reaction. But I enjoy really being an actor the most. Being able to play different characters, and I started that about a little over 10 years ago here in Las Vegas.
Really? So you haven't been doing it that long?
No.
Like everybody. Teenagers.
I mean, I did some stuff in high school, but then there was a large gap, and then I auditioned for a local community theater production called Evil Dead the Musical.
Okay.
Ended up, and it was my first chance to do something somewhat professional. And I thought I was going to maybe get the ensemble role, but I ended up getting one of the lead characters, like the best friend.
How cool is that?
Yeah, the best friend of the lead character. So I got to cuss a lot in that. It was a musical.
Well, I don't know how good that is, but that's okay.
It was. I had a catchphrase, and people would love it when I said, I won't say it here because once again it's a little off color. But.
He's off color.
I decided to wear something subtle
today. He's got some turquoise in there. So look at this.
There you go.
He's got the pink and the turquoise and the whole bit, the rings. But look at the hand. Look at the nails. They're all different color blues.
Well, you have to have some color in your life. I can't do.
Well, I have color in my life, that's for sure. But not that way.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it went from a community theater production to we actually got picked up, and we were at the Planet Hollywood for several. I did it for a year before I left the show, and then it continued on without me in it, and it was playing on the Las Vegas Strip.
Now, how could it continue without you?
Because there are ways. Was it as good as the original? Probably not. But no, anyone who came after me was kind of thing. But as an actor, it's interesting to see what kind of influence you have, just not locally, but around the country.
Yes.
I used to be much heavier than I am now. I used to be like over 300, actually close to 350, 360 pounds. Yeah, I used to.
Big.
Yeah, and I had that bariatric surgery, so lost a lot of weight.
You had all your stomach taken out?
So
They cut it out.
Yep.
They
So
take all that.
And I dropped over 100 pounds, so it was good. But
Did you have a look at what they took out?
No, I'm not. No. I can watch horror movies, but any real life stuff, no.
Especially your
I'm not
own.
one of those. Yeah, especially my own.
Own.
But back then, when I was a much bigger guy, the character I got cast for was supposed to be a jock college person. So it's always been someone relatively athletic, relatively, I'm not going to say good looking, but the kind of thing you picture when you picture a jock. I was not that person. So I was really funny. I was the funny fat guy.
You were the funny fat guy.
I was always the funny fat guy. So, but
Did
what
you
was
just
interesting?
kind of waddle around?
For being a funny fat guy, I was very nimble on my feet. I had to die several times in Evil Dead. Like in a 5-minute period, I died like 5 or 6 times. I would die. I would have to fall down on the stage. I would get up. I had like fake guts and everything, and I would spray the audience with blood. Die again. Get back up. Spray the audience with blood, and they loved it. But
wasn't there.
what was interesting is after I started doing the show, and after we got so popular here in Vegas, and then went on, we started seeing other regional productions of Evil Dead casting bigger guys in the role that I was playing. So it was kind of interesting to see what kind of influence I had on productions around the country. They said, hey, we tried it here, let's switch this character up a bit instead of being the jock.
Let's make it different instead of being the muscle guy and all that stuff.
Exactly. I think it helped because my character was
different.
Well, he was a douche.
Yes.
He was a douchebag. But I think being a bigger, funnier guy, he came across as a lovable jerk instead of just...
So everybody fell in love with him.
Yeah, exactly.
He
was honestly, he was not a good...
But also, you have to think of that you were playing a part that everybody thought, but that's because you're fat and all this stuff, you would never get.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got it. So it gave an enthusiasm to all the people that are, a little bit overweight or whatever. But I think I've seen that happen in a lot with the women and the men, that they brought on a lot of these overweight or heavy or whatever you want to call them, people that can't help however their weight is, or how they got there, or how it is, or it could be anything.
And that's definitely true. I mean, personally, I had to lose the weight for health and reasons, because it was the whole doctor telling me, hey, if you don't drop 100 pounds, you'll be lucky to live. You'll be lucky to see 50. So for me, it wasn't necessarily. I mean, I love the way I look now.
Do you love you?
I'm getting there. It's
getting to love you.
Yeah, it's the hell. You got to love yourself before you love other people. I'm getting there. It's still a transition. Yeah, it's still a transition.
So what have you got coming up in the movie industry? Because I know it's getting quite big in Vegas.
I'm just auditioning as auditions come out. The next thing, and was kind of my break into the film aspect, because I've been a stage actor, like I said, for over a decade now. Yeah. The film is, I'm going to be a ghost in the movie coming up called Death Club, and it's going to have its premiere here in Las Vegas on August 15th. Made by Patel Films and Ronnie, so the same folks that put on the Speakeasy.
Hi Patel, I love you. Ronnie, I love you too.
So the folks that put that on, they did that movie, and it was just...
They're fabulous. They're just a beautiful team.
They're wonderful. And it's just one of those, once again, just people willing to take that risk on someone who necessarily doesn't have, I'm not going to say he doesn't have the talent, but I didn't have the
talent,
the experience.
The talent you thought they wanted.
Exactly. So
you did have the talent, because it was the talent they wanted, and that's what they saw.
Exactly.
And it was regardless of how many movies you've done or what you've done or anything else. And I love people like that don't judge you of what you've done before and who you are, but judge you as of right now and what they're concentrating on what they want.
Exactly.
And giving you the lines.
And giving us, allowing us to give them what they want as well too.
And it gives you the opportunity. So you've got into a good team there. Patel's an incredible guy. Patel Productions is absolutely amazing, and of course Ronnie.
Yeah, and I know Ronnie's working on another like 80s, 1980s or 1990s. Sorry, Ronnie, if I'm getting that wrong. Kind of love story that he's going to hopefully have auditions for in the near future.
Maybe you'll give me an audition, Ronnie.
Maybe.
We're
ready, Ronnie.
Can I play a love scene or something with you? Don't laugh. It's okay.
Ronnie, I'm willing to play a love scene with you as well too, if it'll get me in the movie.
So we're both gonna
have a love scene with you, Ronnie.
We're both gonna have a love scene with the same person.
Yes, I'm confident in my acting ability with that.
Oh,
Oh,
wait a second, my producer wants to be in the movie too, and she was.
now there's 4 of us that are going to have a love scene together, Ronnie.
Anyway, getting back to reality. So you've got that coming, got a lot coming up.
Yeah, right now it's just auditions for all sorts of
Awesome.
things.
So what do you do in everyday work? Do you work at all?
I'm actually a supervisor for UPS.
Oh, really?
In their call center and everything. So I work with their. Currently, I'm in charge of the email team. But yeah, that's my day-to-day job. 20+ years with the company.
The rent-paying job.
Yeah, exactly.
That pays the rent, and that takes care of everything. Because everybody, I don't know if a lot of you realize, the majority of actors out there in the entire world, not just Vegas, that they have to have a job to keep up with their. So you always get a job that you can break hours and you can work nights or work days or whatever.
Yeah,
you can change.
And luckily, I love my company to the point where they're extremely flexible and allow me these opportunities to whether it's stage, whether it's film, things along those lines. And the other thing is, I've been with them long enough that I have enough vacation time saved up that if I have to take several days in a row, I can do that too.
So, but you prepared yourself, so you're really dedicated to being an actor.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's
we touch a little sensitive bone.
Okay, let's. That's an interesting question. I would love to do that. I know.
So what's holding you back?
It's the
confidence.
time. It's
not the confidence of yourself.
I don't think it's the confidence in myself. I'm pretty sure that if someone gave me the opportunity, I could give them what they wanted. It's the.
Depending on what the opportunity is.
Yeah, it depends on what there is that.
I
have friends who are doing that, trying to be an actor 100% of the time, and I totally
get it.
Get it. But seeing what they have to do, I'm not to that point yet that I can dedicate that much time
to that. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's just having that dedication because it's a totally secondary, and we're talking about it's a secondary job, full-time job, just to audition. Not even guaranteeing to get the not even guaranteeing to get the role. So you're spending 20, 40 hours a week going to auditions and hoping to get that next call.
Absolutely. But also when you go to the audition, you want to try to be like the part. And I've always said to most people that go into auditions, just be you. Read the part, see what the part is, obviously. That's your angle. And walk in and do that. Don't try to sort of overdo it or underdo it. Just be more, I think, be more of yourself. The producers and directors like.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, stage auditions for stage productions a lot easier than film, because I think stage auditions, they're a little more flexible in what you could possibly look like. Film, you give them a picture, you better look like that picture when you show up, sort of situation. As you know, as you commented, had blue hair, blue face,
blue everything,
all sort of situation like that. I'm willing to shave. I'm willing to color my hair for whatever is necessary, and it's easier to kind of explain that in stage.
I like your hair right now. You kind of got it all pushed up here somewhere.
Oh yeah, this is my it's my normal pump. It's a pompadour.
It's a pompadour.
Yeah, it's not as tall as it has been in the past, but it's pretty much been.
You should be in Paris, my dear.
Yeah. But no, it's been my signature hairstyle for
many years.
Yeah, probably about a good 15, 16 years now.
Do you think it's helped you?
I think it's helped me have a signature look. But the funny thing is, I've been cast because specifically, I've gone up to directors like, "Hey, how do you want my hair in this?" And they look at me, and they'll look at me and goes, "Well, we want your hair.
We like your hair.
We
That's
like
why
your
we've
hair."
chosen you.
I kind of did the same thing with Ronnie when I got into Death Club and everything. I was like, "Ronnie, you need me to change my facial hair or change my hair?" He was like, "No, I loved your look." So yeah, the look has helped, but once again, I'm willing to be flexible and versatile because sometimes I've had to be completely clean shaven. Sometimes I've had to do a comb over. There was one play I was in, Producers, where I played 6 different parts, and my hair had to go from like this pomp to a comb over, back to a pomp, then to something else later on. My hair hated me after that run. But
so what are you doing to me? Mickey, take me out of this.
Yeah.
Okay, how can anybody reach you and how can they get hold of you? Do you have an agent? What do you have?
I don't have an agent yet. I put some feelers out there, but it's once again I don't have enough film credits for agents.
Oh, you have enough. Come on, you have enough.
I have one, and then a
I
couple
don't
of minor
care.
films.
That's
Sort of
fine.
but the
You've got to
agencies,
start somewhere.
I know you got it, but the agencies want you to have that long line. So it's I'm
Sometimes
slowly.
they don't. This day and age, you don't have to have all that.
That is true.
And you've
But
got a lot
from
of
what
stage.
from what I've seen lately, you do have it.
Well,
Need it. So
well, then
like I said,
I'm
I put
out.
out feelers. I have a website. It's Mickey Roark 78.wixsite.com/actor. It's a really long one. But you honestly, you can find me on Instagram at Captain Justin Kase,
Captain Justin.
CaptainJustinKase. Well, where? See, I have so many irons in the fire. Yes, I'm a stage actor. Yes, I'm Mickey
I think
Rourke.
you
One
need
of
to
the
get
things.
those irons all put together into one.
Yeah, I need to just I can't
like
do
you
MickeyRourke.com. He has his own
You
site. That's
present
just,
yourself as you are,
yeah,
and then you need to put all this together.
yeah. But aside from being an actor, one of the things that I've done the most, and I'm extremely well known for here in Las Vegas, is I do play a pirate known as Captain Justin Kase. Yeah, and I have two different groups that I do that with: the Pirates of the Sea Monkey and Pirates in Technicolor.
And where is that?
That's here in Vegas. What we did, and unfortunately, it's been very slow since we've shut down. So now that we're kind of reopening, but prior to that, myself and my crew used to actually go to elementary schools and festivals and stuff, and we would teach children, elementary school children, the importance of reading, but with a pirate theme.
With a pirate thing, so that makes it a little bit more interesting.
Exactly, and it was
so they get involved in sort of learning with
and
a story.
Probably some of the most rewarding things I've ever done, because we've had kids who would run up to us if they see us in our pirate outfits years later and tell us about the books that they've read. Parents thanking us for getting their kids interested. I remember one festival I was at. This child came up to me, grabbed my hand, dragged me back to his parents, and then he pulled out this little suitcase from under his table, opened it up, and just took out books. He was carrying around 6 or 7 books with him.
How sweet.
And we started talking about his books, and his parents were like, why did my child just bring this random pirate to our table? And then the parents realized who I was. They were like, did you come to his school and this was 2 or 3 years ago that I went to his school. I said, yeah, we did. He goes, we have to take him to the library weekly ever since you guys had that assembly, because he gets 6 or 7 books a week and just devours them and wants to go back. He's always carrying books around with him. So just hearing that kind of thing just makes it all worth it.
Absolutely.
When doing stuff like that. So yeah, that's because that's what I'm more known at. That's what a lot of my social media is
you and Johnny Depp.
around. Yeah. I was a pirate before Johnny Depp. In my defense, I was a pirate before Johnny Depp. There you go. And if I had Disney behind me, I'd be just as popular.
This guy's, it's like the missing link. He's Mickey Rourke and now he's Johnny Depp. I absolutely adored Mickey Rourke as an actor. I loved when he was very young, and he was always this sort of on the bicycles, this tearaway guy. I just loved his acting. He's an amazing guy. Well, thank you, Mickey, for coming on. Absolutely amazing guy. Thank you for tuning in. Vegas Live with Ninon. And, of course, don't forget to go to YouTube. And don't forget we have social media shows that actually produce us. And, of course, Maria Pereza is my producer. We'll be right back with our next guest. You take care.
Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and this time I'm right on time. Anyway, it's great here. I'm in Vegas, and this is absolutely amazing out at the Sienna restaurant. It's absolutely fabulous in here. And I have